Healthpreneurs, what's up? I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why selling a low price course is a terrible idea for your business. Hey guys, what's going on? Yuri Elkaim here, founder and CEO of Healthpreneur. We help health professionals and coaches get clients and scale their businesses online without the grind. And a common question that I get asked is, Yuri, if people say they can't afford my higher ticket coaching program, should I just offer a lower price course as an alternative? Or I don't even want to offer high ticket coaching. I just want to sell a lower end course because I want to help more people. Okay, so those are the 2 typical scenarios. I want to share with you 3 reasons why I don't think that is a very good idea. Now, again, everything I share with you guys, please understand that this comes from personal experience. Because in my previous health and fitness business, I pretty much did everything. I sold everything from $5 things, ebooks, to several $100 courses and certifications, supplements, and everything in between. So what I share with you here is from in the trenches experience, and not just like kind of dabbling in it, like actually building a very, very large business, helping 500,000 customers. So I just want to give you that perspective. Okay, so there's 3 reasons why I don't recommend selling a low price course. First of all, what is a low price course? I would say a low price course is probably anything under $500. Okay, so in the neighborhood of that, anything above $500, it's going to be a little more challenging to sell directly to a web page. Like if you're on a website and there's a buy now button, it's going to be very challenging to sell that if it's $1,000 without getting someone on the phone. So reason number 1, statistically, the completion rate of a do-it-yourself course, so a course where the person buys, they never interact with you, and they go through it by themselves. That's what I'm talking about here. Statistically, the success rate, not the completion rate, not even the success rate, is less than 10%. So we have to think about, why are we in business? We are in business because we fundamentally want to help people improve their lives. So if we sell something that they don't even complete, then what is the likelihood of them actually succeeding with the thing that they say they want? It's very minimal, okay? And that's the first thing. That's with Healthpreneur, we don't sell anything. We don't have courses. We don't sell, I mean, we used to back in the day, here and there, but all that stuff is off the table. It's been off the table for a long time. And the reason for that is because we realize that most people left to their own devices are not going to do anything. And that's just the human condition. So if you truly care about transforming someone's life, it's actually a disservice to them to sell them something that they're going to hopefully figure out on their own. That's the first reason. Number 2 is financially, it doesn't make a lot of sense for your business. So let's just use the example of a $197 course. Okay, you sell something for $200. And let's say that you want to make $10,000 a month. How many of those courses do you need to sell on a monthly basis to make $10,000? And the answer is 50. Okay, so 50 times 200 is 10,000. Cool, doesn't seem like that much, does it? Not really, but how do you get 50 people to buy from you? Well, then we reverse engineer the math. And then it becomes interesting, because unless you're selling to your family, you're going to need a lot of people to see your offer before one of them says yes. And I'll be very generous with you. Let's just say you had a very warm audience. Like you've got an amazing, ravenous following on social media, and your email list cannot wait to open your emails. In that case, I'll give you a 5% conversion rate. So in most cases, for the rest of us humans, it's going to be about 1%. So if you need 50 sales on a monthly basis, then I'm just going to do some math here. I'm going to do 50 divided by 1% is 5,000 people to the specific page that's selling the course. Cool. Where are you getting 5,000 people from? Email list? Awesome. If you have 5,000 people on your email list, I promise you 5,000 people are not opening your emails. So unless you have a massive following, it doesn't make sense to sell stuff on the cheap, because you require so much more traffic just to make the numbers make sense. Okay, I was having dinner with a buddy of mine the other week. He runs an 8-figure business, supplements, info products, everything is under $100, okay? Everything is under $100. And I was asking him, I'm like, how long does it take for you to break even? Because at that level, you know that you're not breaking even on day one. He was telling me it takes him about 3 months to break even, which means he has to go in the negative because they spend money on Facebook ads and all this other stuff, affiliate traffic, and it takes them 3 months to just break even on the initial purchase that customer comes in with. That's not a fun business to run. I did a lot of that in my previous business, and I can tell you it's not worth it, okay? So financially, it doesn't make a lot of sense to sell stuff on the cheap unless you have a very, 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 did I say very? Very large following. Because the amount of traffic you require to hit the specific numbers you want is just astronomical. And unless you're amazing at driving traffic and you have an amazing ability to convert that traffic without them ever speaking to you, which is a whole other skill set called copywriting, it's going to be very hard to make that happen, okay? Third reason, a lot of people, and I was in this category when I first came online, 2005, 2006, my thinking was, I'm sick and tired of dealing with people one-on-one. I'm burnt out. I just want to have more passive income. So I'm going to build a program or build a course and it's going to sell by itself and I can just kick back and collect checks on a monthly basis. It's delusional, okay? I've been there. It doesn't happen. And it's actually pretty interesting. This has come up because I've seen about 3 conversations in the past few weeks where people have, come into our world and they're telling us stuff like, I'm finishing up a couple courses that like they are building. And I'm thinking to myself, sorry, was that plural? Courses? You haven't even sold one course and you're building several? Like, what? And listen, I understand this. Like, you don't know what you don't know. And that's why I'm sharing these videos, because I made a lifetime's worth of mistakes in a couple of years, and I want you to avoid making those same mistakes. So it's not easy to sell something on a web page. Like, you put up a website or a web page that's selling your course, right? You've got a buy now button, you have a huge long sales page selling the thing, and then it's, let's call it $197, buy now. Just like think of this for yourself. When was the last time you went to someone's website and purchased, click the buy now button for $197? And maybe you're like, oh, I did that yesterday. Cool, awesome. Well, if you did that yesterday, was it someone you knew, liked, and trusted already? Most likely, yes. So that goes back to my first thing, is unless you have a very large following of people who know, like, and trust you, very few people are going to take out their wallet and give you $197 sight unseen by clicking a buy now button. If you look at the most successful direct marketers online, everyone is selling stuff for $5, $10, $37 maybe. Back in the day when I was starting online, you could get away selling an ebook for $67. That was the going rate. Now, you have to give that thing away for $5 and then make up the money on the back end, because everything is out there for free. So selling information is very different than it was 10, 15 years ago. Now you have blog posts that basically give away the whole thing. So it's not easier to sell a lower price thing. It's actually harder. It requires this, I would say it requires more energy, because you have to, number one, you have to look at why isn't it selling? You have to have all sorts of tracking in place so you can see where people are dropping off on the page. You have to be able to identify where the bottlenecks are. Is it the headline? Is it the message? Is it the offer? Is it the guarantee? There's so much stuff. And it's impossible to know that because you're not even speaking to the prospect. So for those reasons, I do not recommend selling anything under your high ticket coaching program. Again, if you're watching this, you're most likely here because you are coaching or providing a service to your clients. You're not selling product. If you're selling products, I'm sorry, that's not my jam. Although I did that very successfully in my previous business, that's just not what we focus on, okay? So I'm assuming you're watching this because you are working with clients and maybe you're considering, do I have an addition? Do I sell a course aside from this stuff so people who can't afford to work with me do this? There's actually a fourth reason. I could keep going on and on about this, okay? There's a fourth reason. It just adds more complexity to your business. It's one more thing you have to manage. It's one more thing you have to market. Because remember, the field of dreams is not a reality online. No one's coming to your website and they're like, oh my God, I can't wait. Today is the day I'm going to go buy so-and-so's course. No one's saying that, okay? No one's saying that. So you have to turn this into a friggin' promotion machine. You have to do this big hoopla, blah, blah, blah. It's a circus act, fireworks, cart closes on this day, etc. By the way, just in case you don't know, you see a lot of these product launches, the 2,000-hour courses that, Marie Forleo, Jeff Walker, these are all great people, okay? But I don't know if you know this, but the refund rate on those courses is close to 20%. 20%. Why is that? It's because the launch model in general plays on fear and scarcity. Fear in the sense of missing out. Scarcity, like today is the last day to get this, otherwise it's going off the market forever. So people, and this is what happens, they buy, the biggest sales happen on the first day and on the last day. The last day, because the card's closing, everyone jumps in and it's an emotional decision, not even based in logic. They're like, if I don't get this, I'm gonna miss out. I don't even know what I'm buying. And then they open it up and they're like, oh shit, I don't need this. I'm gonna refund it. It's not a fun business to run, I'm telling you. So, all right, Yuri, does that make sense? What do I do instead? You sell one thing until you make $1 million, and that's it. Okay? I tell my clients this all the time. It is so much easier to figure out what is not working in your main offer than it is to think that, well, I'll just start something else, or I'll just offer something else. Because when you offer something else, now you've just split your attention in half. And listen, like where attention goes, energy flows, and results show. And split focus leads to split results. Fractional attention leads to fractional results. So in our business, we have the Health Business Accelerator, which is the coaching program that pretty much everyone starts in because it solves the major problem that everyone has. I need more clients and I want to learn how to deliver coaching to them without trading time for money. We solve that in HBA. Then you run into bottlenecks of like, okay, I'm growing too fast. I'm doing too many enrollment calls. I have too many clients. How do I operationally grow this puppy without burning out? And that's where our Luminaries Mastermind comes in to talk about team, culture, hiring, etc. That's all we have. That's all we have. That's it. So where our focus, where we obsess, is we look at, there are only a few things in our marketing that drive the machine. So we spend all of our time and energy on the little tiny things that most people are not even aware of that make a big difference. And it's so much easier and a better use of time to do that than say, okay, we know that some people can't afford it, so let's offer something lower price. Cool, so let's offer something for like $1,000, and then those people aren't gonna do anything with it anyways, but we have to create all the marketing for it and all the customer support for it and all the other stuff, blah, 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 blah. Is it even worth it? The juice is not worth the squeeze. So my suggestion to you is figure out whatever you need to figure out to sell your main higher ticket coaching program, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 or beyond. Spend the next 1, 2, 3 years to figure that out. I promise you it will be 1,000,000% worth your energy because you don't need 10 things to get to $1 million. You need one very good coaching program, one very good offer, and that's it. Everyone else is playing in the amateur leagues. You go to their website, they've got like 10 products, 3 courses, and they're barely even scraping by. Don't make that mistake. Okay, I was that guy way back in the day, and I had to learn this lesson the hard way. And I continue to see health professionals and coaches continue to make this mistake. So I'm shooting this to help you avoid that. But Yuri, I don't know if people will pay top dollar. They will. You just have to have conviction. And if you don't know how to sell, well, you got to get some help, right? You need to build that skill. This is something that we work on with our clients all the time because it is such an important skill. And there are so many little tiny things. Learning how to master your metrics, building the skill of messaging, building the skill of persuasion, learning how to add value to your audience and moving the right people into possibly working with you at the highest possible level, because you know that when people pay, they pay attention. The more they pay attention. So if someone's going to spend $5,000 with you, do you think they're going to get a better result than if they paid $200? You better believe it. Why? It's simple. They just invested $5,000. Why would they let that go to waste? But I don't feel like, I want to help everyone. Number one, you're not going to help everyone. You never were. There are 7 billion people on the planet. I know I'm not going to help 7 billion, just like 1 million. Really? How are you going to help 1 million people? When you say help 1 million people, how do you know when you're there? You talking about 1 million followers or 1 million clients paying you money? because the reality is you're not going to help everyone. Just get over that. So my philosophy is you have one core program. You focus on that until you're at $1 million in revenue, which gives you breathing room to then expand in whatever way you want. And even then, I would still just keep going deeper on that. And then everything else you give away for free. I mean, I give some of my best stuff away for free on YouTube and inside of our Facebook group. Why? Because I can. I don't need to worry about, hey, if you like this video, go buy my $97 course. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of my time. So I'm just gonna give you everything away for free until the point where you're like, okay, I've seen enough of this guy's stuff. He knows what he's talking about. I think I'm gonna work with them. That's the goal, right? That might happen never. And if that's the case, that's totally fine, right? The ship has already sailed, we're good. Hopefully you get a lot of value from my free content. And maybe at some point in the future, could be next month, could be 2 years from now, could be 10 years from now, you're like, I'm finally ready. And that's the goal. So with your stuff, just give everything away for free. And who cares about the small stuff? Who cares about the $47 ebook, the $97 course, the $300 thing? It's just a waste of time. It's not worth, the juice is not worth the squeeze. Get everyone into your main offer, your higher ticket coaching program. Transform their life. Transform their life. Give them the whole solution. Don't just give them the Band-Aid, because they're going to come right back and they're not going to have the solution or the resolution that they're looking for. So if we are here, if you as a professional, like a health practitioner or coach, are in the game of truly like taking someone from A to Z, I have this problem, I no longer want this problem. Give them the full solution, right? Give them the full solution. Don't just get, like, metaphorically speaking, don't just give them the tip of the Advil, give them the full Advil if they have a migraine headache. Now, obviously, there are better ways than taking Advil to deal with headaches, but hopefully you get my point. Cool? So if this video is making sense for you, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're watching this on YouTube, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button wherever it is. I've got tons of other videos to help you grow a thriving business without the nonsense and without the grind. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate your attention. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you soon.